Good morning, YouTubers. It's the 24th of January 2016 and we've come down the allotment to dig over one bed for the onions. Brian and Mike's up there rotivating it. I'm in the shed, so excuse me for the dirty windows, but they're up there rotivating. And Max is lying under the chair. He's quite accepted the fact he's just had a feed. And he's got a drink there, and so he's just decided it's nap time. He's been round the allotment, he's had a little explore around the allotments, but he's tired and he wants to go to sleep, so we'll let him go to sleep. Well, that took about what? How many minutes?
Yeah, a few minutes.
Just a few minutes to do this bed. The soil is a bit damp at the moment, but we'll come back down and give it another once over when it dries out. I'm going to leave the covering off of it.
Sure beats digging, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And this will be for the onions and the leeks. This is the onion and leek bed, so we'll leave the covers off, and then
how much petrol we've used. A tiny bit of petrol.
tiny bit of petrol, but it's only a small bed after all. But it beats digging, because we dug this bed, Brian and I, and it took us how many hours to get it, the weeds out and what have you. It was quite a few hours anyway. Yeah, so it's Max just sitting happily in the shed. No whining, no looking for us. He's just behaving himself nicely. He's got such a good temperament. Now, YouTubers, it's the 28th of January today, Thursday, and the pepper on the right is the one that I've been using the toothbrush on. And as you can see, there's plenty of peppers there. I don't know if you're picking this up properly, but there's loads of peppers on, and still loads of flowers. The one on the left is the one that I've been shaking, and although there's not so many peppers, and really there's not so many flowers, to be honest, the peppers seem to be coming on a lot quicker. You know, they're a lot bigger. So, I don't know. It's whether or not the plant can, you know, fully produce that amount of peppers, you know, to maturity or not. I'm inclined to think that some of these peppers may drop off, but maybe not. I mean, and I don't have them in a big container. It's only that size. But I think what's helping them is the feed that I'm giving them. So I suspect if I put them in a bigger container, we would have a bit more peppers. You know, it would produce more peppers. But I'm thinking that these are plenty. That's plenty peppers. Plenty peppers. So they'll stay under the lights until the peppers are mature. And then they'll go out in the polytunnel, and I'll put them in a bigger pot, and I might get a second show of peppers. Who knows? So, I don't know. What do you think? There is quite a few on there, but obviously not as many. But there's not as many flowers either. I might have shook off some of the flowers. I think that's probably what's happened. Anyway, some of these flowers will naturally fall off as well. So, that's the update on the peppers. Just fed the pigeons, and they're all up there waiting for their dinner.
There's another one. There's another one there. Do you see?
No, Max will be 11 weeks tomorrow.
There he is, see? Here he comes.
We are in Snuff Mills, but we can't put him down because he hasn't had his second injection. We've had to start his injections off totally again because the injection he had to begin with wasn't the same as what they do in Bristol. So we had to do the same
People over the other side of the
same injection.
no pigeons over there. See them? That's the other side. See that? You see that, eh? Did you? See? Look. Look at them doggies. They want to go in the water as well.
Watching the water, isn't he?
Wow. There's these dogs over there.
Yeah. Are you watching the
Look at
water?
that lot, eh?
Maxie,
Them doggies.
it's a bit muddy.
Woofies. Oh. Bark, bark.
So see that water there, Dad? When I'm older, I'm in it immediately. Hello YouTubers. It's the 3rd of February 2016 today, and we've come down the allotment in order to do the paths. I'm sorry if the voiceover's a bit tinny, but I've had to do a voiceover because it was so windy down there. It was like a hurricane. Well, the daffodils are out. That was the bed that we did the other day with the pillar. With the lawnmower and the strimmer, they've managed to do all the pathways. They do need tidying up a bit, but we can do that tomorrow. It only took them about a half an hour to complete all that, so that was my husband and my son did it. But as you can see in this part here, we made a mistake and we didn't cover it right to the edge. So now we've got all this to weed, but that shouldn't take us long. It'll be fine. And what I must remember to do this year is to cover my strawberries with fleece round about now, because we had a late frost last year and it killed about 100 of the strawberry flowers. Therefore, I suppose 100 strawberries. So I don't want that happening again, so I will cover them.
They've made a reasonable job of the paths, but I like everything to be perfect, I do, so we'll be doing the edging properly, probably tomorrow or the next day. But what we will be doing before the end of the week, certainly, is we'll be uncovering all the beds, tilling it all over, letting some air get in there, and letting the wind and the cold do its job and keep the weeds down. But one of the first jobs I'll be doing is the flower bed because it's in an awful state. The daffodils are nice because they're coming out. If you remember, I planted them late last year. And the tulips, I don't see any yet, but I think there's one poking its head through. Just focusing in on it now. Yeah, there. Just poking its head through, so that should look nice when it comes through. Well, Max is in the shed. He's been all over the allotment today and he's really shattered. He's gone to sleep in the shed. Well, it's not very warm, so we're going to pack up now and get home, get a nice hot cup of tea. I mean, even if the sun's coming out, but it's still cold. So that's all for now, folks. Bye-bye.
I wanted to give you a quick update on my winter sowing. I'm quite pleased with the results. Most of the things are germinating now. I'm particularly impressed with my own cornflower seeds. I need to pot them up soon. I've got sweet peas in that one. I've got giant red poppies in that one. Let's see what this one is. That's Russell lupins. They're doing okay. They're just coming through. What's this one down here? Sorry if it's very windy. That's marigolds. Marigold jewel. They're just starting to come through. What else have we got? I should have seen I think something's been nibbling that, but that's cornflowers. What else have we got? Oh, there's one here. That's Aquilegia coming through. Of course, and you know all about the cabbage, greyhound cabbage, and the swede, and the turnips. I thought I might have to chuck them, but I think they'll be alright. Yeah, I think so. Very pleased with the results. It's Primo 2 cabbage. That's spinach America. I can see some more growing up there. I'll just check what that is. It's calendulas. Another one. They're all starting to grow. That's kale. Some sort of kale. So yeah, I'm very pleased. Very pleased with the results so far. And you can see that I've potted up some lupins that were winter sown, and some hollyhocks that were winter sown. I've lost a couple to dampening off, but that's alright. And I've taken the ones that I winter sowed in the big polytunnel, I've taken them into the smaller polytunnels, and I'm going to pot them up now. And they've been in there all winter long, and survived. So I'm going to pot them up now, and I'll show you the results at the end. Well folks, that's the evening primrose potted up, and this is some of that what's it called again? Oh, Malva zebrina. And what I've done here is planted up the rest of the Malva zebrina. They're perennials. There's only a couple left in there. But honest to goodness, it's so cold today that I'm going to have to stop now, because my fingers are feeling as though they're going to drop off. Anyway, I think you can see that winter sowing, you know, sowing things in late autumn can be done. It's a great start to flowers. I mean, it's only the 3rd of February and we've got flowers growing, you know. So, you know, the lupins are doing well, and they were sown in the late autumn, you know, round about, well, I'll just tell you now, I'll get the ticket. Oh, they were sown on the 9th of November. So, kind of proves a point, I think. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, folks, but that's all for now. I'll get back to you very soon. The action is just about to begin.